Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything. From gameplay to gear, their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
Hey everybody, Logan here from Red Bandana Gaming, once again with a requested video. I've already done the game room. After the game room, I got another request to N64 and then NES. And now, due to subscriber Brandon Murray, I got a request for my Game Boy Advance collection. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you my Game Boy Advance and how I keep it. And I got a little inspiration from someone else online. You might recognize it. So, like I said, without further ado, let's take a look. Alright, so, the way I keep my Game Boy Advance games is a little different. And I got this from, I'm not sure, some of you guys, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys watching, his name's Nintendo. So, have my binder on the edge. Can you see it there? GBA. So, what I do is it makes it really easy to store. And I am missing one here because it happens to be in one of my Game Boy Advances, where in just a moment I will be showing you those. But if you look, my Game Boy Advance games, I have a number of these. I've had a number of them for many, many years. A lot of these I didn't keep and then I rebought. For example, as you can see, I have 3 pages. This is my original Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. And to show you that it's still my original, I've got the box. Still have the box. Now, the booklets and everything are in another container where I have those spaced separately. Did I put them back? I don't think I put them back. No. So the booklet is in another container, which I'll show you in a moment. So I got the box for that. Next one, my most played game of all time for the Game Boy Advance, and I've spent a lot of time on Game Boy Advance, is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Again, still have the original box for this. I heard this goes for quite a pretty penny these days. And if I'm not mistaken, I think when I bought this was the last copy when I worked at GameStop, and it had the sticker on it, unfortunately. But that's from way back when. Right there, I've got Golden Sun. Unfortunately, this one doesn't work, the Justice League Flash. I bought it for like $4, and unfortunately it doesn't work. But whatever. Maybe I should take it apart and clean it. I do have the tools now. That's not my original Metroid Prime Fusion. Unfortunately, same thing with my Zero Mission. Yeah, those, I don't know why I traded them back in the day. Got the Paperboy Rampage. Phantasy Star Collection. I had this way back in the day. Didn't realize that when I traded it in, it was still worth quite a bit. Masters of the Universe. Now, this is my original copy. I did not get rid of my He-Man. How awesome is that? Original box. Apparently this is another expensive one, especially if you have it in the box. Go figure. Now, I got my Power Rangers ones. My Power Rangers ones, I do have like the Dino Thunder. And the, whoops. Dino Thunder. Still have my box. Huge Power Rangers fan. As you guys know, we do have Mighty Morphin Mondays, and I promise you a new episode is coming soon. Might do a number of the Power Rangers games on the Game Boy Advance, because, hey, what the heck, why not? Oh, I would love to be able to do that on the on that new Hyperkin one. I'm not sure if that plays Game Boy Advance, though. I think so. If so, oh, when that comes out, that's going to be fantastic. Next, I have Power Rangers SPD. Again, Power Rangers SPD, Power Rangers to the rescue. Okay, sorry, I'll stop singing. So, got the original box for that. Power Rangers Time Force Ninja Storm. Let's see if you can see that. Yep, that's the double pack. Because I never had the originals, but I remember getting this one. And this one's a little pricey one too. Go figure. I never knew which ones would be pricey. Now, if you guys watch one of my pickup videos, you saw that I got these. These are repro, sort of repro ROMs. These are English translations put onto Game Boy Advance cartridges. So I got Mother 1, 2, and 3. Those I picked up in Orlando. Oh yeah, Pokemon Ruby. Yeah, I got that too. Now, Sega Smash Pack. That was one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast because I love those when they brought it over here. When they brought it to the Game Boy Advance, I had to pick it up. That is a Super Street Fighter 2 revival Japanese. So I just bought it just because. I love imports. Turtles 2, of course, all the Turtles games. I think we did a video for Battle Nexus. Did I do Battle Nexus? Can't remember. Let's take a look. Now, Shining Soul. I bought Shining Soul when it came out. And again, another one I traded in some time ago because it was worth quite a bit. And, you know, back in the days, a lot of us were pretty dumb. And we traded in games to get new ones. Now, another thing is Van Helsing. That was actually my mom's because I bought my mom a DS Lite. So she was playing all the brain games. She loved that stuff. And she saw Van Helsing, tried to play it, and was like, no, I don't like it. Oh, skip that TMNT. That TMNT I have the box for. Box. Did I skip? Oh, yeah. I skipped Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu. How did I skip that one? A lot of people hate this game. I love it. And I've got the box. Now this one, I did have the box back in the day and I traded it and regretted it. And a couple of years ago, I got this with the box at CD Trader down here in South Florida. And if you guys are down here, check him out. He is awesome. I'll give you a link below to the socials for CD Trader down here. His name is George. When the store opens back up, unfortunately, down here in South Florida, all non-essential businesses are closed. So when they open, go spend your money, buy all of his stuff. It's great. And yeah, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this one. So great choice there. Whoa, sorry, hit the camera. Okay. Now the Yu-Gi-Oh games, I have all the Yu-Gi-Oh games except for one. I can't remember. I think it's Dungeon Dice I'm missing. As you can see, I have Destiny Board Traveler. Now, one thing about the Yu-Gi-Oh, I used to play the card game, but not as much as Magic. And I bought one of those weird mystery boxes from Walmart, and lo and behold, Japanese version of, if I'm not mistaken, that is this one down here. I think, yeah, Worldwide Edition, which would be the Japanese version of that. So, which is pretty cool to pick up. I have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi versus Joey Game Boy Advance video, Sonic X, just because. Dinotopia. I liked that. I think it was a TV show? I know it's based off a book, but I had the GameCube version, and I bought it on here too. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, because why not? And my latest add to the collection is Golden Sun, one of my favorite GBA games of all time. I actually have that on the Wii U, and I was thinking of streaming it. And yeah, so the game that's missing from here is actually Castlevania Double Pack. Now, this Aria of Sorrow is my favorite Castlevania of all time. Harmony of Dissonance was fantastic, but Aria of Sorrow is my favorite of all time. And again, me being dumb, traded that in when I was young. I shouldn't say when I was young. I was 21. Yeah, I guess I was young. 21 when it came out. I don't know, what's the date on this one? 2001. I don't think that's when it came out. 2006. So this came out in 06. I traded in maybe a year or two before that. So I picked this double pack up. Now, lo and behold, this thing's worth almost $100. So I'm going to show you that cartridge in a moment. But this was my go-to GBA, which I've had for many years. I've gone through a couple different versions of the Game Boy Advance SP. This was the last one I purchased. I did have the NES one, which I sold to a friend. Actually, my former assistant manager when I worked at GameStop way back in the day. But this is my current. I still use it. I've used it so much, unfortunately. I do have a case. This is what I normally keep it in, and that's how I protect it. That's one of my cases. I'll show you some of the others. If they aren't in storage, I think they're in storage or somewhere in the closet. But hey, I digress. So this is my Game Boy Advance SP, still in very good condition, and the game that's in it, the Castlevania, because I started playing Aria of Sorrow again a little while ago. Now with everything that's going on, I might end up going back to this, even though I have Animal Crossing and Doom as of late. So that is my Game Boy Advance SP, and that Glacier Ice Blue. I can't remember what they called it, but I love that one. I went through I think I had the Cobalt. Is it the Cobalt or the blackish one? I can't remember. I think I had the Cobalt, and then I had the NES one. Sold that, regretted it, so ended up buying that one. So, and this I bought a little while ago because I traded in my original one, which my original one, if I'm not mistaken, was Glacier White. So I bought that. I think I bought the white one. No, was it the Glacier? No, it was the Glacier. It was the blue. It was the clear blue one. And then at one point I had the dark blue one from, I think it was either Toys R Us or Target, Toys R Us exclusive. Again, sold all those and regret it. I love this one. I'm looking for a modded one with a backlit screen. If any of you guys know somebody that can do it, I do have a guy that's modding my a Game Boy for me, which I did purchase a Game Boy Pocket with a backlight mod, which maybe I'll do my Game Boy collection next, my standard Game Boy / Game Boy Color. I don't know. I'll wait to see what you guys have to say. See if you want GameCube or Game Boy. It looks like Super Famicom's winning on a poll on Instagram. But hey, yeah. So that's my Game Boy Advance. Pretty simple. It's the Indigo. Now this is the pride and joy of my collection. I do have. This is. Before we go any further, let me show you the case that I've kept my Game Boy Advance games in for pretty much ever. This was my case. It's very old. I've had it for maybe 15 years now, give or take. That's where I used to keep all my games before I ran out of space. Oh, does that tell you something? Some accessories, some power chargers, cases. That tell you a little something? Had this, unfortunately, after about 10, 12 years. About maybe 12, 13 years, it finally gave out. That's where I keep the guides. Yeah, it's a little hairy because when I lived with my mom, had dogs and cats. So, of course, you guys know, for those of you that have pets, how hard it is to keep animal hair off of stuff. But I managed to keep it pretty clean over the years. As you can see, it's seen better days. This is fairly old. So the books, all of them. Yeah, I'll probably put them back in the boxes now. See, little hairs still from all those years. Close this. That's the little case that it came with. The fuzzies all over it. You can actually see it worse than it looks because of the camera. But my pride and joy of my collection, I've had this since it came out. And for those of you who are in the know, I've had friends try to get this. This is a very expensive piece. The Famicom. Yeah, it's got a little bit of scratches on it, unfortunately. Happens over the years, and this is now 14 years old? I got it in 2005 or 2006, so 14, 15 years old. Yeah, but pride and joy in my collection. I had it since day one. I bought it when I was working at EB before, right around the time they got bought out. I was carrying around with me. They put me at a mall store for an evening because I was helping my former assistant manager when he got his store. So I was helping him out over there. And while I was over there, it was in my pocket. The screen got cracked. Not this one. So, and unfortunately, they didn't have warranties or anything like that back in the day. But my assistant manager, he's like, I'm going to bite the bullet. Oh, well, he was the manager at the time, former one. Javier, awesome guy for those of you who, well, you guys probably don't even know him unless you were down here working with him. But awesome guy, great friend. He said, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to swap it out for you because that hurts. And he was just as big, if not a bigger collector than I was at the time. Probably on the level that I am now. He swapped it out, so thank God. And I've had it ever since. Still beautiful, perfect working condition. People think that screen is really tiny and it's too small to read. Oh, absolutely not. I think, let me see. Unfortunately, I don't think it's charged. See. Here, let's see if I just pop a game in there real quick. I'll put in the Castlevania. See if you guys can get at least... We can get it to last long enough to give you an image. Don't die, don't die, don't die. And that's the power. When it's red, it's dying. When the letters are blue, they're fine. So, REF Sorrow. As you can see, it's actually not that bad. It's not because of the camera. It's still a very great screen. Speakers are right there, and it's awesome. And it's a little toggle button. Just tap it. Tap to go down. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, that is my Game Boy Micro. So everybody, that is my Game Boy Advance collection. There you go. So if you guys have any other requests for me to show you, to, you know, give you a hint at my collection, pick retro, because the Switch will take years. That will be a 2-hour video. Sorry, maybe 3-year video. I don't know. But yes, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the requests. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't, like it anyway, because you're a nice person. That's what nice people do. In these crazy times, you know, we appreciate anything we can get. So thank you so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button once again. Head on over to redbandanagaming.com for all your latest RPG goodness. And head on over to our Facebook and Instagram at Red Bandana Gaming. Follow us on Twitter at RBG_retro. And like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again. Ooh, it gets squishy. Oh, I put a fingerprint. Okay, I'll stop. Bye.